everyone, welcome back to the Vanity Chair. It's Shaylee. Today's video is going to be my second Stitch Fix unboxing video. Last time I did my first video and I just kind of spur the moment threw the video together, thought I would show you guys, and I got a lot of feedback from you guys saying you want prices, names of the items, so I got those for you guys right here. And then you also said you wanted to see me try on the items or like model the bags next to my body so you guys could see the size and stuff like that, which I think is good. I don't know why I didn't think about that stuff in the first place, but anyway, so I'm going to try to do that this video for you guys. Sorry my background's still ugly. The desk I want is like 2.5 hours away from me. I was going to order it online, but that would add like $100 in shipping, so I'm just going to have to drive and go get it myself sometime next week. So that's why I'm still just against my boring plain wall. So anyways, for those of you who already know what Stitch Fix is, I'll put a time marker here so you guys can just skip right ahead to the items. But for those of you who want to know more about what I'm even talking about, I'll just start off by talking about that. So Stitch Fix is essentially like a subscription box, just like Birchbox or Ipsy for makeup, if you guys have heard of those, but it's for clothing, and you don't necessarily have to buy everything that comes. Basically, you create a profile online, you answer all these like style and like your body type questions. They send you out 5 items in the mail for $20. You look through your items, see what you want to keep, send back the ones you don't, or all of them if you don't, and you're just out that $20. Or you buy the items, you know, whichever ones you want that they send you. And if you decide to keep all 5, you get a $25 discount. I think it's really great just because I live in a really rural area where there's not a lot of shopping. So that's what inspired me to sign up, just because I thought, oh, I'll learn about all these different brands and stuff like that. And what girl doesn't want a personal stylist? I think that's kind of cool. So anyways, that's a little bit about the like box and things like that. And whenever you don't want to keep items, by the way, they send you this little bag and it's just free shipping. So you just pack everything you don't want in here, stick it in your mailbox within 3 business days of receiving the box, and there you go, you're done. Each box that you request, you can type a little blurb about what you're currently looking for in your shopping. So this time I said that I worked for MAC, so I have to wear black like 5 days a week. And so any key staple pieces they thought would be good for me, I would love to see. And I also said I was into statement necklaces right now. So the reason I think that information to tell you guys is important is because you can see what they sent me based off of that. They did listen very well, which I appreciate. My stylist this time was named Stephanie. Thank you guys, whoever told me, one of you guys told me last time you have to specifically say you want the same stylist when you check out from your last fix. Otherwise it's a new stylist each time, which I think it's really good to keep the same one. That way you guys just build a relationship and she knows what you like and stuff like that. So the first piece I got is a statement necklace, and it's from the brand Bay to Baubles, I think it's called. And it's called the Gracie Flattened Metal Collar Necklace. This retails for $34. When I first saw this, I thought this was great because, like I said, I was looking for statement necklaces. But honestly, the quality to me just doesn't feel very great for 34 bucks. Maybe I'm being super cheap, but I feel like I would see this in Forever 21 for like 15 after feeling it. So I would have kept it if it was a lower price point, just because it's kind of a fun, chunky statement necklace to dress up, you know, any black top at work, and I do like the shape and everything of it. But to me, I'm just pretty cheap when it comes to jewelry, so for me it didn't feel like it was worth $34. The next thing I got is a crossbody bag. It's black, obviously. This is by Street Level, and it's called the Havanna Woven Crossbody Bag. This retails for $48. The reason I like this bag a lot is because although it's a simple black crossbody bag, which is a great staple to have, it does have like that woven pattern on the front, which gives it a little something extra, I thought, that made it a little more interesting than my other bags that I have. It has 2 separate parts of the bag, which I like because what I like to do is put like my money, wallet, or like cards or whatever, phone, everything like that in here. And then back here I kind of keep like my makeup touch-up stuff for the night. So I really liked how it had 2 separate compartments versus just one. And you know, you could always just tuck this chain inside one of the bags or unclip it or use it as an actual crossbody bag. You know, it has that clutch to bag kind of feel. So I really liked this and I will be keeping this. The next thing I got is a pair of flats. It totally made me laugh when I saw this box because I was like, okay, I know I have small feet, I'm a size 6, but look at this box. So anyways, this is by Yosi Samra, and it's the Samra leather toe stud flats. These retail for $88. So anyways, like I said, I was like interested to see what was in here, and that's why, it's because they fold, which I thought was kind of cool just because that means that they're probably going to be comfortable. They're not going to be just super flat and hard if they can be folded up into this little box. So anyways, initially seeing these, again, it was kind of like the necklace. I really liked them. just looking at them, but then once I tried them on, my foot is just so narrow, and I feel like they were just so big around my foot that they almost just made me look like I was wearing like clown shoes or slippers. They didn't fit me very well, but I did like them, you know, just like the studs and everything, so I feel like my stylist was on the right track. This is something I would totally try on myself. I just didn't like the way they fit, so that's why I'm sending these back. And they're $88, and I'm just cheap, you guys. Like, I will drop that on makeup like it's nothing, but on shoes, I'm like, I have to love them if I'm gonna pay 88 bucks for a pair of flats. Next is a shirt. Everything in my Stitch Fix is black, by the way, which I thought was kind of cool just for this one time for work. I definitely wouldn't want that every time, but you could just tell she read my notes about wanting key black pieces. So anyways, the next thing I got is this t-shirt. This is by Collective Concepts. It's called the, oh gosh, I hope I don't say this wrong, Ryleigh Pintuck Detailed Silk Blouse for $78. First of all, again, am I cheap, you guys? Like, to me, $78 for a blouse, it better be like a really nice sweater or something like that. I just feel like I guess I don't spend that much money on clothes, because to me, I'd rather spend like about $40 on a shirt, maybe 50. So anyways, right off the bat, I was already like, dang, that's an expensive top, but I'll see what it fits like. And it is nice material, it's pretty, it's nice and basic. I just didn't love the cap sleeves on me because I felt like it cut my arm off at a weird spot. I already kind of am not a big fan of my arms, you know what I mean? So if shirts hit at a weird spot, I feel like it accentuates the parts that I don't like. So anyways, again, if I would have loved the shirt and it would have fit perfectly, I probably would have spent the $78, but I just didn't like the fit, so he's going back. Next is a pair of skinny jeans. They're black, which I loved. These are by the brand Liverpool, and they're the Mira skinny jean for $78. When I first saw the top, I was like, are these maternity pants? Like, look at the top, how it has that elastic. Oh my god, you guys are so comfortable. So as long as you're gonna wear shirts that are longer and you don't care about that, it's nice because they're just stretchy and so comfortable. So initially when I saw these, I thought, oh, pants, I'm gonna have to send them back because I'm 5'1" and everything's too long. I do get stuff hemmed sometimes if I really like it. So anyways, I tried these on and I loved how they fit. They were so comfortable, and they're actually a petite sizing. So the length is perfect on me already. So I did keep these. I just thought they were perfect. I love these, and I'm really wanting to check out the Liverpool brand and see what other jeans they have, because it's hard to find good jeans, you know? It's always hard to find those for me, being so short and still having, I kind of have like a booty and legs and stuff, so it's kind of hard usually to find jeans, but I love these. Alright, so just to tell you guys what I'm keeping, because I know you guys said, okay, Shaylee, what did you keep out of your last video? You didn't tell us. So I'm keeping the bag and the jeans, and then everything else is going right back to Stitch Fix with my notes for next time. And then I did want to just show you guys these two things because I think they're super nicely organized and stuff, and personalized. So the invoice is just cool. It breaks down each item on its own, what it would be if you bought all 5, because you do get that 25% discount, and then the $20 credit. So that's kind of cool. And then they also give you this little note from your stylist on your fix, and then all these little postcard kind of sized things styling each piece they send you. So that also comes in there, which I think is kind of cool. And then if you guys want to sign up, I do have my little referral link in the comments, or I'm sorry, the description box. If you guys want to use it, you're more than welcome to. It gives me a little credit, I think, toward my next Stitch Fix, which would be cool. If you guys sign up, post your guys' little referral things in the comments. Maybe we can just all use each other's and get each other some discounts. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.